Hello, I'm Laura Lee Taylor and I'm going to show you how to recreate this look. This is my 5-minute day makeup. Now this will have you at any age and stage out the door nice and quick and fast. And the more you practice, the easier it will get. Enjoy. Okay, so let's get started. Now regardless of whether I'm doing like a 5-minute makeup or a day makeup or evening, I will always start with my moisturizer. The favorite moisturizer at the moment is one of the Youngblood ones. This is the Hydra Luxe Water Cream. I will put a little link at the bottom for you anyway. Comes out like this, so pretty much pumping a little bit is enough. And I just pop that on with my fingers and just massage it into my face. I avoid my eye area, mainly because I would like to put some eye cream there instead. So I just massage this in. Now when I'm doing my 5-minute makeup, I will skip the primer. So I use this to prep and prime my skin. Make sure you do your neck and your décolletage if you wish, and just let that settle in. I usually put the moisturizer on pretty much as soon as I leave the shower, that and my eye cream, and then I go and get dressed. That gives it a little bit of a chance to settle in before we put the foundation over the top. This is my eye cream. Once again, another gorgeous Youngblood product. Now a very small amount is all you need. I sort of pop it just under the eye, just underneath and along the top of my eyelids. I'm doing this a little bit slower for you so that you can see. Generally this takes me just a few seconds. This is beautiful. It has a really cooling effect. It just feels gorgeous on the eyes and kind of wakes me up. So even though it is a 5-minute makeup, I still need just to be woken up. So that is my prep. That is all I do in order to prep my skin ready for foundation. For me, my foundation of choice is a liquid mineral foundation. Once again, it's Youngblood. This is in Golden Tan, and I'd have to say it is one of the most popular shades. Seems to just work with most skin types. If you're sort of similar to my skin type, even lighter or darker, it'll suit well, blends beautifully. It is very light. It's not heavy. If you want to build it up, you can. But once again, this is a 5-minute makeup. The brush that I'm going to use is the foundation brush. Now this is one of Fernando Hervas brushes, and it comes in the brush kit, which I will show you. It comes in the Fernando brush kit. This one here, there's 10 brushes, which I will be using throughout. They're very easy, they're all labeled, so again, that makes it quite quick. Now, with the foundation, I always pop it on the back of my hand just so I can dip into it. One pump is generally all you, oh, I need to pump in a bit there. All you need, there it is. And then we're gonna start applying that to our face. Okay, so we want to do this relatively quickly. We have only a few minutes to get our base on. So I just dot it through the center of my face. And then I start blending it in. And just really quickly sweep that into, or blend it into my skin, sorry. And I always put it right up under the eyes, over the eyelids. So I'm doing the entire face, because once again, we are trying to be as quick as possible. This is the makeup I do quite often when I'm on holiday, so I don't want to do too much makeup, but I actually want to have a little something on my face just to feel fresh. This is my go-to look, and it is really quick, nice and easy, and it will get you out of the door just feeling a little bit fresher. There we are, that's all settled in. Now I'll leave that alone. I won't set that just yet. We will do a small amount of setting, not a lot. Okay, so before I step into eyeshadow, I'm just going to brush my brows. I just can't stand them not being brushed, so I will brush them, and that only takes a few seconds. So we're just gonna brush them up and out. Eyeshadow, okay, this is the bit that sort of starts to trip people up. Now, you've got some beautiful different palettes that you can use, some that look a little bit like this. There are others that are a lot bigger, more like this. Now, they can be quite confusing. The reason I've set up the 5-minute makeup is so that it will literally take you 5 minutes. So once you know exactly where you're going to place this eyeshadow, you will get it in no time, okay? Now, I'm going to start off with this product. It's called Sunshine, and it's actually a bronzer slash cheek slash eye color. So you want a color similar to this, like a medium tan, medium brown, not too dark, but just enough to give you a bit of color and a little bit of shape. Now, the idea of having this color here is we want to put it in a very specific spot. We just want to pop it in the corner, the outer corner of the eye, and a little bit in the crease. This is going to create shape for the eye. And this is the only color, no, it's not the only color. This is one of 2 colors we're going to pop on the eye, okay? The brush I'm going to use for the eyeshadow is from the Fernando pack, and this one is called Shadow Blend Me, and it is perfect. So you just want something that is a little bit fluffy, got a bit of a splay there, something that'll pick up the product, won't pick up too much, but it'll help move it and blend it along. And then I'm going to dip this into our color, so whatever color that you've got, make sure you really dip it in, pick up some color, tap off your excess, and you're going to place this right there, okay? Just stick it right there, and you're going to just pat it into that corner, right? So we haven't prepped our eyelids, we've literally just got that foundation on, okay? Remember, this is quick. So we're sticking it there. So what's going to happen by putting it right there is because the foundation has not been set, it's going to grab that product. So you really want to make sure it's right in that corner, okay? Let's pick up a bit, and I'm just patting it in. You can see that, just patting it in. Right in that corner, I'm staying in the corner. And what we want to do is push the residual through the crease. See, it's like little windshield wiper movements. We're just pushing it through the crease. Yeah, you don't want to get it too far out here, and don't stress if you do, because we can just clean that up. But the bulk of the product there, so if you like, pick up a little bit more. Once again, just put it straight into the crease. Yeah, it doesn't get any harder than that, just in that corner. Make sure all of it goes there, and then your residual, you're just sweeping it through that little crease there. And if you like, you can angle the brush, instead of pointing it direct in, you can angle it slightly up, just so it's going up onto that brow bone. Can you see on that little, brow bone, sorry, yeah, the socket there, just up there, right into the crease. Okay, we're going to do the same with the other eye, picking up that product, and we're just placing it into the corner. So just press it in, making sure the bulk of that product goes in that corner. And once it's in, then you can start sweeping it through the crease, really gently. And like before, if you'd like a little bit more, just place it back into the product, press it in again, bulk of the product at that corner, and then sweep it through the crease. Just do the other eye as well, and just sweep it through. So because we haven't set the eyelids with any powder or anything, that product is just going to grab. So that's why it's really important that you just place it straight in, let it grab, and just sweep the remainder through. And the more you do this, the quicker that you start doing it, the more you're going to just know exactly where it should be put and exactly where it suits you and how far in you'd like to go. The next product I'm going to use is a blush. Now, this particular product can be used on our cheeks, but also on our eyes, and this is what makes this very quick. So this is the blush that I'm going to choose. This is called Nectar, another Youngblood product. Really like it. It's nice and soft, and it'll suit most skin tones and eye colors as well. So we're going to place this on the ball of your eye, so right on the ball. So I'm going to pick up another one of Fernando's brushes, and this one is called Eyeshadow Me. So nice and easy. Same thing, place it into your product, cap it off, any excess, and then you're just going to push it onto your eyeball. You can even use your finger for this stage if you like. So you're just pressing it onto that eyeball, and that's it. Just pressing it in. Doesn't get much harder than that. Same with the other side. Just press that in. Just pressing it in. Just make sure you don't go above that crease. You don't need to. I'd pick up and do that twice. Just make sure that you're getting a great bit of colour payoff there. So it's just 2 colours on the eyes. Okay, so you're just placing that lovely product just on the middle of the eyeball there. And then if you like to go back in with your fluffy brush and just soften off the edges. This is if you have time, so just run that through and that just softens off the edges, completes the eyes. Last thing we're going to do for the eyes is just pop a little bit of mascara on. I prefer my mineral mascara. This is a Youngblood one. Goes on nice, keeps the eyelashes separated. Really easy to use and comes off well, so I'm not trying to pull my lashes off when I'm trying to get it off. Okay, so I just finished the mascara on both eyes off camera. It's really hard for me to do it with this video, so it's easier for me to get up close and personal and just make sure I get each lash, and then I just tap the bottom lash line. So that's the eyes done. So now what we're going to do is use those same 2 products and just quickly do a little bit of shaping of the face. First of all, I'm going to go back into that first product that we use, which is that Mineral Radiance, and I'm using the Bronze and Contour Me brush from the Fernando set. This is great. It has a nice little sort of angle to it, which I quite like, so I will tend to dip my brush in that way. I'll just pop it into the product, again tapping off some excess. Now very quickly we're just going to shape the face, so I'm just going to go through here, so just blending that in along just underneath your cheekbone, a little bit up into your temples, just framing the face. Okay, and then just the same on the other side. So just under that cheekbone there, up into the temples, and just sort of framing your face with that colour. Just gives you a bit of shape. And once again, the more practice that you have, the more you'll get used to the shape of your face, where to pop this colour. In a few other videos that I will create, I'll actually go into more in-depth detail with regards to your contouring. But for now, that just gives you a little bit of shape. So the other colour that we used on the eye is the Nectar blush. Now I'm just using the blush brush from the Fernando pack. Again, it actually writes on there, says it on there, Blush Me. So we're going to pop that in the product, tap off the excess. I'm going to put that on our cheeks. So just on the apples and just sweeping it back to give you that nice flush of colour. Same on the other side. The last face product, should you wish to use it, and sometimes I set, sometimes I don't, so purely up to you. When you set it, it does last a little bit longer and it does mattify your makeup a bit. I'd like to use the medium from Youngblood. This is like a pressed rice setting powder, so it's very fine. It's not going to add too much bulk to your makeup. Using the Fernando brush called Powder Me, and just placing it in that product, and I'm just going to press it where I'd like to just set that makeup. And you can see instantly it's just taking away some of that shine without adding too heavy a product. Now, I am only just placing it where I need it, because I feel where I've placed the blush and the contour, I don't feel I need to set that. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. This is actually a highlighter brush. I'm going to grab a smaller one because I like to just sweep it just under the eyes there, and that helps to set the eye makeup. And instantly you can see that actually the camera's picked up that quite well. You can see how it's just taken away that little bit of excess shine. Now, last but not least, with our 5-minute makeup, we are going to add a little bit of lipstick. My favorite one at the moment is the Youngblood Blushing Nude. This is a really good go-to everyday lipstick. So I pop that one on. And usually I will put this one on in the car before I leave. So that completes the look. I'll show you the finished look after, but that's 5 minutes. So very, very easy for you to do on the daily. So that completes the 5-minute day makeup. So I really hope that this has helped you. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to know if this has made it easy for you to get out the door in the mornings. And please join me for some more of my makeup videos. I will be adding to this collection. We'll be having day makeup and evening and a few other hints and tips along the way.